What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the And Hearts podcast. It's been a minute, we know, but we're back, man. Back we never left.
That's right, man. Welcome back, y'all. What's up to my fellow citizens, man? I hope y'all doing good out there.
How was your day?
It's good. Well, it was good at the same time bad, you know. I'm alive,
Kind
yeah.
of crazy.
Yeah, it was wild, but just work, you know. It won't kill you.
Yeah.
That's it. How about you?
It was good, you know. I'm gonna be off work for a little while, and I got some trips lined up, man. I'm gonna be traveling a little bit.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What you got going, man?
I've been talking to Mo. I think I'm gonna go up to San Francisco for a little bit.
Yeah.
Catch a baseball game. From there, I'm gonna go to L.A. because I'm going to a music festival.
That's the one.
The Smokers Club.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going with Caesar, so that should be fun. What else? Talking to my dad. He wants to go to Texas. He wants to move to Texas, so he kind of wants to check it out before
Make some moves.
he makes that decision.
Yeah.
You know, but one thing we like to do, and one thing we've been doing for a while is because we're baseball fans.
Mm-hmm.
So every time we go to a new city, if we can, we try to catch a baseball game.
Okay, that's what's up, man.
Yeah, it'd be cool to go watch the Texas Rangers or maybe Houston.
Yeah. Well, that's good, man. I think you guys should do that, bro, especially in Texas. It's warm, but you know what? It's nice.
Yeah, man. 2 weeks away from the job. Man.
I'm jealous, y'all.
I've never had that much time off, so
Hey,
I'm going to take full advantage, yeah.
Enjoy it. I had it one time, and, bro, I felt so alive after a week. I'm like, oh, my gosh, yeah. So, yeah, enjoy that, bro.
Yeah, so, there's a few things we saw in the news. I'm going to bring to you a few stories. One that I know you guys heard of, another one that you may have heard of, and one you probably haven't heard of. But we'll start off with the more, the bigger story of the week, the past few weeks. Have you heard about what's going on with Johnny Depp?
Yeah, I watched a couple of, live skits here and there when I had time on my lunch to kind of see what was going on. And, I saw a sister testify as well. I feel for the guy, but at the same time, I know he's a little off. But I like Johnny Depp.
Yeah, Johnny Depp's cool.
I like him, man. Like
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, I know. I know. Probably one of my faves too.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I mean, yeah, it sucks a little bit, you know. I mean,
what do you know about it so far?
Well, what I was looking at was he was saying something about he wasn't beating on her. He was just pushing her around. He's a lot bigger than her, and yeah, stuff like that. And what else did I hear?
You heard that he was beating her?
Well, he was like, I guess he hit her, but he didn't like hit her with the fist. He kind of like just pushed her, he said. So I don't know. You know, there's so.
I don't know. I didn't hear that. So if you heard that, that's interesting.
Yeah, he was saying on the live. It was a stream while they were in court.
That's well, I wasn't really paying attention, but I realized that it was like a big story. So, I don't really care on what's going on with these celebrities, but
yeah.
I noticed that it was a big spectacle, and I'm like, dang, they're just making a big spectacle out of, there's domestic violence cases every day, and like, it's not televised like this. But I didn't realize that his now ex-wife, who he's testifying against, is an actress. I didn't realize that.
You know what? I didn't either.
Yeah, so now I kind of get why it's such a big deal, because it's a big Hollywood story. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's between two actresses, and I looked into it a little bit, and what I've learned is that back in March 2019, Johnny Depp sued Amber Heard for defamation when she wrote an op-ed in the Washington Post, saying that, or alleging that he committed domestic violence acts against her. And they were married since 2015, got divorced in 2017. She wrote that op-ed saying that. The op-ed was titled, "I spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath. This has to change." So the reason why they're in court now is because Johnny Depp is saying that this is defamation. You're tarnishing my name when I didn't do these things. You know what I mean? So he's categorically denying everything that she's saying and saying that she's lying. And so I've always thought, typically when people show that they're willing to go on the offensive, and sue somebody for defamation,
Mm-hmm.
he's suing her for $50 million.
Really?
Yeah. And the reason why they're here now is because she's countersuing him for $100 million. So she's doubling down. Someone's lying.
Wow.
Yeah. So, the case went on, and they started showing like different videos, recordings, pictures, and they showed a lot of what do you call it? Sorry, that distracted me.
I know, it's all good.
Don't mind that, people.
We
Forget
gonna
about that. Who
come
cares? Anyhow, Insignia. We're not
Yeah.
sponsored, but hey, it's a good brand.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of videos, and the first stuff that I saw was like Johnny Depp, inebriated, very irate, slamming shit,
Yeah.
throwing shit around. I seen photos where he wrote with paint or blood. I don't know what it was, but he wrote on the walls and on mirrors, little messages, or as he called it, reminders towards her, just that she was very toxic in his life.
Wow.
So initially I thought, dang, this guy's off his hinges, man. Like,
Yeah.
I can see how it's kind of believable how he would do these things. But as I looked into it further, I didn't see anything where he actually assaulted her physically. I heard a lot of confrontation and stuff like that. There was a time where he said that he grabbed her by the shoulders and placed her down onto the bed and said, "Don't move. Don't follow me. I'm leaving. Don't move." And so as more recordings came out, there's a conversation between Depp and Heard where he's saying like, where she's telling him like, "Hey, every time we get into these discussions, arguments, or whatever,
Yeah.
you just decide that you're gonna walk away or leave the conversation, and this and that." And he's like, "Well, I mean, you take it to a whole new level of like toxic. That's why I walk away. I can't. When I know that it's going there, I'd rather just leave the room." And so, in that same conversation, he alludes to the fact that she hit him, and he said that she punched him. And in that conversation, she goes, "I wasn't punching you, I was hitting you." I'm like, what?
Really?
Yeah, did you hear that?
And that's what I was thinking about when I heard I was telling you the story recently, like right now. I heard something like
She punched
him, and then he, like, I guess she tried to say that he hit her back, but he pushed her, I guess. I'm not trying to, like, I want to make sure, I got it right, because that's when I seen it. It was like 12:30 when I was watching it,
Yeah.
And then they ask about his childhood, and I think that's all I kind of.
So there was a moment where he was taking a shower, and she wanted to keep that conversation going.
Yeah.
So she goes banging on the door, banging and banging on the door, and he's ignoring her. Finally, he cracks the door open. She starts pushing on it. So he starts pushing back, like, "Yo, don't come in here.
Yeah.
Don't come in here." So he gives it a good push, and she yells, and she's like, "Oh, my foot." So this is according to Depp. This is what he was saying, that he opened the door when he heard that she was hurt, and he went to go look at her foot. And as he did that, his head was partially out of the door, but not all the way. And she decides she's gonna kick the door, and it hit him right in the forehead.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Man.
So that was one of the times. Another time where he was on his bed reading a book, and she got up and came around, and she started hitting him, teeing off on him. He tried to walk away. She got in the doorway, and she squared up. Then she socked him. And he's like, do you feel better? Do you want to do it again? She socks him again. So that happened. At that point, he decides, you know what? I got to get out of here. The very next day, she goes with her friends to Coachella.
Okay.
And so, he calls up a friend of his, and he's like, "Hey, look, I think I'm going to go to that house and get the stuff." I was a little bit confused about this because I'm like, how is this guy that he's contacting in the house before him? But anyway, at any rate, he he tells his friend, "Hey, I'm going to go to the house. I'm going to get my stuff." And then his friend goes, "You know what? I don't think it's a good time." He's like, "What do you mean? Like, she's at Coachella for 2 days. It's perfect time. She's not there." He's like, "Let me just send you this picture." So his friend sends Johnny Depp a picture, and it's fecal matter. She shit on his side
I
of the
know.
bed.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Dude. What, you heard
Wow.
about that?
No, I didn't hear
You
about
didn't know about
that.
that?
Not that one's new for
He
me.
said that there was a human-sized turd on his side of the bed. And he
Wow.
called it, demented and grotesque and just flat out cruel. And,
She sounds fucking crazy. Excuse me, crazy, bro.
hey, man. So
I'm like, for
when I
real.
when I started hearing more of that, I'm like, yo, like, okay. She
Wow.
seems like the one who was like physically abusive in
Yes.
this matter. And I think when it comes down to it, like she's gonna be more at fault because, yeah, I mean, he said, there was a text that he wrote out and they read it in court where he said, um, "I was something to the effect of I will smack the bitch up before I let her in the house." Now, fellas, be real with
Man.
yourself right now. How many of y'all fellas said some shit like that out of pure anger, just in the moment, impulse? I know I said some shit like that.
Yeah, I have.
But
I
you
mean,
don't act upon it. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's different when you act. When you act on it, it's a whole different ball game, man. You're putting yourself and other people in danger, you know?
So he says that he has never laid a hand on her, ever.
That's what he was saying. That's what I was saying. He pushed her or something. He said, "Oh yeah, I pushed her."
So as a man, you might think, well, damn, you know what I mean? Like, why would you stick around for that? Why would you put yourself through that? Just leave. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But one thing that he said that makes a lot of sense to me is that his mother was a victim of domestic violence. And so he saw what it put her through. And then when his dad up and left out of nowhere, she attempted to take her own life. And he witnessed that. So it's like, if you have that emotional trauma from the past, it might play into his reasoning for staying. He probably envisions his mom when he sees her
Yeah.
going through whatever psychological issue she's going through.
Yeah.
And but it's crazy, man. There's only so much you can take.
That's what I was gonna say. Like you can only do so much, but I know Johnny Depp is a little unscrewed myself.
Oh, for sure.
I know he's not screwed too tight up there, bro. Like,
for sure.
I see his movies and I'm like, man, I love him, but you don't meet or get that type of content from regular people.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That content is just different. Like, well, there's an Addams Family one or whatever. I think, what is Night Before Christmas, is it called? Night Before Christmas?
Is he in that one?
Is it that, or something with? I think it's a night before. I don't know, but yeah, man, that type of content with his movies are just, man, crazy. I love it though.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know what? They can only take so much. Both of them, not just him, her too. So I think they think they should just like either break even or, just like what I'm saying is like sit down, talk to a lawyer, get with somebody, break even, and call it quits. You know what I mean? That'd be bad because it's a toxic relationship.
Yeah.
But like you said, Johnny Depp being around that, being young, and he stayed with her for all this time, might be just something he likes, he enjoys.
Yeah, I mean, it came up a lot of times where he kind of revealed that he's doing some cocaine.
Mm-hmm.
He had just get brighter up in here.
A little bit.
What the hell?
Keep rolling, keep rocking.
He had pounds of bud.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn. I mean,
And that's gonna get him through.
Yeah.
But you can only do so much dope, and your body's like, I don't want it no more.
Yeah.
And then when you come to realization, and you look around, you're like, damn.
So I mean, he's not innocent in this by any stretch, but I mean, I don't think he hit her as far as I know. But typically you see, or it seems like typically you see the woman going through this.
Exactly.
So what is your impression on it being the man? Do you think he's any less of a man, or do you think?
No, I mean.
Yeah, I don't think
so, because everybody can be a victim of abuse.
Yeah.
It don't matter. It could be even animals, man. I mean, like I said, there's something that they're not airing out to us and that we don't know between them two. They're only going to give us what they know, but really behind the scenes, there's probably so much crazier shit.
Yeah.
Because I know Johnny Depp's a little crazy. And if you're going to be with somebody like that, the girl's got to be a little cuckoo too.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't think but I think, he's doing the right thing. And As far as being a victim, no. So, what do
You
you
ever
think?
experience like physicality
In a chick or a woman
in a relationship?
relationship?
If you're willing to talk about it, like
I never been punked, I mean, by a woman, and when I have been, either we're gonna either see the on or not. I don't know. I just, yeah, nah. Now, what about you?
there was a girl who I wasn't necessarily dating. Like we didn't get that far,
Yeah.
but for good reason because when this girl drank, she was she would get confrontational.
Oh,
You know what I
aggressive.
mean? If she takes something the wrong way, something that you say is just like,
She wanna, yeah,
yeah. So one time, she socked me, and I was like, I looked at her and I just laughed, and she's like, and she got mad. She's like, "What are you laughing about?" I'm like, and I just at that point I was kind of pissed, but I didn't want to show it.
yeah,
So my reaction was to laugh, and
yeah,
I just said, "Cause you punch like a bitch." She socked me again. I was like,
yeah,
"Okay,
yeah,
nah, get her away from me. Get her
yeah,
away." You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah.
and so that was that. But obviously, it wasn't gonna work out after that.
Of course, no,
But
I never really had no rough. Yeah, nah, man, that's
yeah.
crazy. I wonder how would it be if I was in that situation.
Well, man, there was another time where um, it's not that I was talking to someone. We weren't really talking. It was just I knew that she was kind of feeling me,
Yeah,
and I was more of like I just wanted to be friends
yeah,
type of
yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
And I hooked up with somebody close to her,
Oh
and it
shit.
was kind of an awkward situation. And this girl turned around and took to Instagram and started saying things about me that just were not true.
Yeah,
Were not true.
yeah, yeah.
Like me and this other girl kind of had a one-time thing, and for whatever reason, this other girl decided she was gonna say that I went against this girl's will, just saying all this crazy stuff. And I'm like, yo, I don't know if you're into me or what, but you're saying these things that are completely off base and out of nowhere, and I don't appreciate that.
Now I've had
She went. I don't appreciate you tarnishing my
yeah,
reputation on
exactly.
something that I didn't do. So how can you be so evil as to do such a thing? So I straight up called her out, and I said, you know what? If you think that's the case, you need to talk to her. She never let her say that. And
That's what I was gonna tell you
so
right
I ended
now.
up calling her, and I was like, "Yo, like, what's up with her saying all this stuff? Are you telling this to her?" And she's like, "No, no, no. I'm gonna have her delete it. I never told her to say that. I'm very sorry." And then she called her and she took it down. And then for whatever reason, they both blocked me, and I'm like, "Whatever, man. I don't need that."
Yeah.
But it was even that little thing was nerve wracking
To be
because it's
honest
like
with you,
you feel hopeless.
yeah, I had a couple of those.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I had a
something
couple of
similar.
those, but not no physical. Just like someone would use my name, and they
Yeah.
would say, "Oh, I'm with da da da." Then all of a sudden, I get a call the next morning, and I'm getting cussed out. I'm like, "What the fuck's going on?" I'm in the middle of P1. I'm like, "What's going on?" 9:35. I'm like, "I'm not with you."
Yeah.
Man, it's been plenty of times. That's my wife. She knows. She's like, "Damn, how come you?" I said, "I don't know. People just don't call me first." But yeah,
Yeah.
that, but not no physical. Like, nah, I never. No.
So there was another time. I'll probably leave it off on this. I don't want people thinking I'm crazy, but I don't care, man. I'll talk about anything in my life.
Whatever, man. Hey.
I know what
That's what I'm
who I
saying.
am,
As long as
But
don't matter about it.
this one girl I dated for a while, man, she was something else. So we got into an argument about where we were gonna go eat.
Okay.
Something that petty, bro.
Yeah.
And she's so petty, bro. Like we start driving away, and I'm like, dude, stop being a baby. Like
Yeah, yeah.
we'll go here. Don't
Yeah.
trip.
Yeah.
And she was the 0 to 100 type. She really was. So,
Oh.
and she's creative with the craziness. She's so creative. So she like sees a family walking by. She rolls her window down, and she goes, "Help me! I need help." Dude, I just stopped right then and
Oh
there.
wow, I'd have been like, what?
I was so pissed. I'm like, "Yo, get
Yeah.
out of my car right now." How are you gonna do that
I know.
over a petty argument like this? You act like I'm threatening your life. Are you serious? I said, "Nah, man." And so I was pissed for like a whole week. I'm like, "Yo, what are you thinking?"
Why would she do that?
Dude, she would do stuff like that. She would,
Do you know how many? If there was like 40 people out there and they heard that, it would have ramsacked your car
Yo.
and everything. You know what I mean?
but she has like a history of like trying to like turn people against you in the craziest way. And it's just like, I don't know. She has this like lying. I'm sorry. I hope she's not watching this. She can find me and
man,
shit.
eventually.
I could have a whole series of podcasts about this girl. The stories that I have, wild.
Yeah.
But it's crazy, man. It's very unfortunate when physical violence gets involved.
Of course.
You know what I mean? It's arguing all the time is one thing, splitting up is another. But like when you're hitting,
That's not healthy.
why not just split up at that point?
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I agree. I'm the type, if I get into it, if I ever feel I have to use my hands and I'm not, you can. A lot of women can vouch, not a lot, but who know me, moms, people, my wife, sisters, they all can say I walk away from the situation before I hit a woman. Like for what?
Yeah.
I already know I have the power behind my fist, and if I hit her, and one, I can do some damage. Two, it's not gonna be good on my side at the end of the day. I gotta deal with that and the police and everything else.
And you know what? If you're a woman out there and you're listening to this, if you think it's okay to hit a dude because you probably think he's not going to hit you back, shame on you. Shame on you. That's just...
Because there's some out there will knock you the fuck out. I'm telling you right now. I know.
mean...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a few. I've seen it. I'm like, damn.
Oh, man, I've seen some crazy stuff.
Like, damn.
So I'm just downright
Just
foul.
I'm like, oh,
but I
wow.
mean, in so many words, how would you describe a man who hits a woman?
Weak ass man to me. Weak. He can't take no words. He can't take no criticism. He can't take, and it could be anybody. You should be able to self-control. When you're young, it's different. You feel like you're the top dog, but there's gonna be someone out there that's gonna put you down and make you bow down, or just beat you down enough to where, okay, I know I'm not the strongest one here.
Yeah.
And that's what it took me. I had to get beat down in order for me to understand, because I used to walk around big-headed,
Yeah.
But that humbled me after that. I just needed one good ass, and I got it.
Yeah.
I got beat down, but I'm good though, so.
No man should be putting their hands on any woman anytime. You know what I mean?
No matter what it's for, even if they cheat and you feel like, sock the wall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do something else. You know what I mean? Like tear up your shit or something outside.
What happens if a woman comes to you with a big ass knife, kitchen knife, just corners you in the kitchen?
I got a story for that, but it's not my story. I was at my homie's house. The girl that they're cousins, and he was cheating. We're in his house, me, his two little brothers. She comes running and gets a knife in the kitchen on God, bro, on everything, on my kids. And David runs in the bathroom. He said, I run outside to the front, and I say, I'm not staying there. And she goes upstairs, and she was just trying to get him because I guess he cheated.
Oh.
Yeah. And I was young, but I couldn't even drive then, bro. I was like 15 or 14.
Somebody cornered me with a knife. I don't care if you're a man, woman, child. You're getting kicked in the face.
I know.
You're getting a beat down of your life. I don't care who you are. Don't ever. I'm scared to get stabbed. You know what I mean?
I know, man. That shit's bad, especially if you get shanked or stabbed. That's it, You could bleed to death. But yeah, man. More power to Johnny Depp, bro. You'll be all right, just one day at a time. Hopefully all this is helping him, like therapy, getting off his chest.
Yeah.
Because when you talk about things, you feel a lot better and you can you clear your head,
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. We'll see what happens.
The part about her shitting on the bed,
that
is something different.
I know.
Can I tell you a story about something different?
Let's see. Something different. Here we go.
So, same girl, that was saying the crazy stuff, help me,
Mm-hmm.
all that craziness. She, I hope she don't see this, man.
I know.
She gonna come after me.
Just make sure
I wish I had like the blurriness over my face.
Yeah.
And the voice changer. Yeah. So she did this and that now, but she took my phone number and put it on some website called kicksext.com. And she posed as like a 15-year-old girl and was asking a bunch of dudes to send me dick pics.
Damn.
So, I went to bed, and by the time I woke up early in the morning, I went to go clock in at work. I'm just like my phone's blowing up. I'm like, who is calling me at this early? I'm like,
I remember that day, bro.
Yo, I had like 50 text messages, and it was a bunch of dick pics, man.
Yeah.
She got me.
I remember you because you're just like, I gotta change
That was
my.
that was very creative, twisted.
Yeah.
I couldn't help but laugh. You know what I mean? She said,
Yeah.
"Damn, she got me."
Yeah.
I had to change my number and everything.
Damn, that
So
sucks, man.
yeah,
Yeah, sometimes women just they feel pain. They want you to feel it.
yeah,
They're scarred up. You're gonna get scarred up. That's how I
yeah.
know,
I mean, I
man.
wasn't perfect, man. I wasn't
No.
perfect. I was very patient, but she just had this ability to get out. She got those ugly comments out of me. You know what I mean? Where I said something like where I knew it would cut deep. Because she constantly tried to cut deep on me.
Yeah.
And it took a lot for me to like match her energy. But once I did it only took one.
Yeah.
Before she was, crying or trying to do something crazy. But, it's tough, man. Relationships can be tough. And sometimes it's not meant to be.
That's
That's why I have a lot of respect for people like you who's been with your girl for so long.
the energy we have. It's when I hang out with another girl. I talk to him and shit, but there ain't no feeling there, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird.
That's good, man.
Yeah, so I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's love or if that's because we have
It's
a
gotta
really good
be love.
connection. Yeah. But, one day at a time, man,
Yeah.
Yeah. One day at a time.
We all grow. We all learn from our mistakes, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's all about communication. It's all about sacrifice. You got to give a little bit of yourself, if you want to make it work.
You have to. Because, man, I mean, everybody who gives in, that includes your wife, your kids, your family, you all will succeed if you work together as a team. It's rough being by yourself, and I've been on my own to where I can know that it takes longer unless you're doing something that you're not supposed to be doing. But if you're on the right path, it takes longer. But if you got a team on the right path, it lasts longer, and everything is just, when it needs to be, basically.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, I mean, I guess the trial between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard continued today.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to do a little bit more cross-examination of the evidence.
Oh, okay.
And we'll see, man. Have you seen any videos of her, like, actually speaking on the stand?
No, I didn't.
I've seen only him. And then just recordings of her.
There was a girl, but I think it was his sister, right?
Might have been,
I think so, because that's the only one I saw. The girl and then him most of the time. But I haven't seen nobody else. Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, we'll see where that goes. We'll keep you guys up to date, but it's very interesting. And,
it is.
And I think we could all watch it and learn from it,
Yeah.
But, yeah, you know what? We'll wrap this episode up right here. We thank you, as always, for listening, and have a good night.
Good night.
Peace.
Peace.